first of all, ascertain for ourselves what measures have been ruled out to, prevent a repetition of the chaotic scenes we saw at the last exercise, which unfortunately resulted in some fatalities. So, as the committee with oversight responsibility, this morning we decided that we'd pay a visit and to see for ourselves. Fortunately, what we have seen is very satisfactory. I mean, it's impressive. We've seen that, yes, they have now formed quite a number of centers, teams, to simultaneously assess the eligibility of the applicants who are interested in joining the armed forces. We've also seen for ourselves that, look, the doctors are at work, the teams that are responsible for the documentation are also at work, and these things are happening simultaneously. And so from here, we are going to go to some other centers and see whether what we have seen at the airwork station indicated convenes, because we've been briefed. That is what they have done across all the screening centers. So I'd like to use this opportunity to commend the CDS for the visionary leadership he has brought to bear, even in the face of the disaster that happened. We are so far impressed, and we're going to send back a positive feed to the Right Honourable Speaker at whose instance we are here. That said, let me seize the opportunity once again to convey our to the bereaved families, those who lost their wards the last time, and of course those who suffered some injury. The committee earlier paid a visit to the 37 military hospital to extend our sympathies to the injured. The good thing is the President of the Republic has been very responsive ever since the disaster occurred. I recall that the Deputy Defense Minister actually hinted that those who lost their wards in the course of this exercise are going to be given the opportunity to present family members for consideration, for recruitment. And the CDS would be very grateful to respond favorably to, those who have lost their wards. It's sad. I made the point the last time that it takes very patriotic citizens to want to serve in our armed forces. And so if they have ruled out those measures, I think it's good. It's a step in the right direction. So at the end of the day, we're going to have a meeting with the CDS and his team. And definitely what they have ruled out, which impresses us, we would want them to probably codify that into some instrument, sort of, which would guide them in their future operations. That would require some collaboration between the Ministry of Defense and the Ministry of Interior. Those are decisions that are very critical and can only be taken at a certain level, maybe at the level of the National Security Council, and you know who chairs the National Security Council. I am sure if that becomes an issue, definitely they will look into it. But for now, Ministry of Defense, the Armed Forces has a criteria which may not be the same as the criteria the agencies under the Ministry of Interior would want to use. And so the fact that somebody comes here, he wants to join the armed forces, but the requirements are such that he or she will not meet the requirement, shouldn't be a bar to say that same person going to try his luck with the police or immigration service, because they don't use the same eligibility criteria. I think that is what I can say. But with respect to the injured, this morning the CDS gave us some briefing, and the briefing was very positive. He said some have been discharged, but so they are outpatients now. They go back as and when it's necessary for medical attention. Others are recuperating, those who are still on admission. And for us,
how many of them have been discharged?
I am not in a position to give you those details. Like I said, we paid a visit when the incident first happened. We haven't done a follow-up. Maybe you have prompted us, we'll do a follow-up and apprise ourselves with the statistics, so that when you ask, we can give you direct answers or responses.